the internet. You don't know us and you probably won't remember us, but I'm Chris, he's Ricky. We watched Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Not really.
It
wasn't interesting if you talk about the story or anything. It was more interesting in the characters, or should we say two? Three. I'll say three because
in my opinion, I
oh, by the way, big, giant, flashing spoilers. Spoilers, all of it. We don't care.
Yeah, this time we're just gonna go forth with whatever we want to say. If we want to point out a fact, we're just gonna say it. So if you guys don't want to see any spoilers, don't watch this. All right.
Or just skip to the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, dog. Hi. So, the movie for some reason starts with 5 minutes of establishing Will Smith and, wait, who's the actress that played Harley Quinn?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and Margot Robbie's characters in the prison, and then it just goes to a dinner where they reintroduce them first, and then introduce the rest of the characters, which are Killer Croc. No, hang on, in order, it was Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc,
Boomerang guy. Captain Boomerang? Captain Boomerang.
I don't think his name is Captain Boomerang, but I like to call him Crocodile Dundee. Because that's what he can do with the boomerang. You may just make it hover, because fuck you.
And then there's El Diablo, and then there's this grappling hook guy.
Who, yeah, he gets introduced in the last minute, the grappling hook guy, and then
killed off.
Yeah, Ricky's like, oh, they didn't kill him off. It's like, he's the only one that didn't get an intro sequence. Of course he's gonna die.
So, pointless to have that.
Yeah, pointless to have him.
And, here's an interesting thing. That samurai swordwoman.
I forgot her name.
Me too.
Yeah, she has an interesting backstory. Her sword traps the souls of people she's killed, and apparently when somebody killed her husband, she trapped his soul in it too?
I have no idea. I didn't really catch that backstory. All I know is that...
I caught that much of the backstory.
All I know is that, like, she just, like, killed the person who killed her husband, and now she's, like, honoring him in some way.
By continuing to fight or something. I don't know. It's very poorly... Oh, no, wait. We also forgot about the Enchantress.
Oh,
who immediately becomes evil. Immediately. Yeah, I know, but she immediately turns on everybody. It's like, there's no sense like, this is my master plan, I'll betray everybody. No, it's just like, betrayed!
It's literally just like a basic villain. It's kind of like Apocalypse, but except a bit more, it's a bit less...
Rushed.
Yeah, a bit more rushed and a bit less awesome.
Yeah, Apocalypse was kind of funny.
Yeah, Apocalypse was funny, and it was a little bit more fun and interesting, and somewhat complex.
Yeah, and it's funny because they both come from the same kind of eras, like they're old, ancient
beings, or like, yeah, something like that.
And then she gets her brother to possess some black guy. That's not racist, by the way. It's just that... It's just a black guy.
Yeah, it's just a black guy. So, but,
it's like, again, it just continues the trope. The black guy always dies. It's not even a black guy we know, it's just some random black business guy in a subway bathroom. Which is funny because he like passes out and then like skewers a doctor and a security guard with some sort of chest tentacle and then rolls into a...
And then they like mold into like this super being. Like,
it was really cool!
Yeah, it was really cool. It's horrifying too! In some...
He was horrified, I was more intrigued. Just like, that's a bit creepy, but damn.
I mean, it's not like the most horrifying thing ever, but it's pretty, like...
I mean, when you have legs fused to a column.
Okay, no, it's like this. You're just gonna take a person all of a sudden, you're infusing him into like this, like...
Amalgamation of creepiness?
Yes, it's super, like, it's... horrifying.
And then he becomes awesome. And then he becomes awesome, immediately shredding an effing subway train coming at him. He's shredding a speeding subway train as it's coming at him. That's really cool.
That's really awesome.
But then they cut out some weird stuff. The cuts in this movie are weird, and it's weird pacing. Like, it immediately cuts to Enchantress betraying, and it doesn't actually show the betrayal until later in the movie for no adequate reason.
And then also they like immediately after like they just like set up everything so badly to the point where like once they said here's the characters, here's the bad guy, now let's go fight. That's it.
And that's kind of the thing I kind of liked about the movie. It just kind of it's like we know what you're here for. We're just gonna get right to it.
Yeah, we're just gonna get right to it.
And they only give motivations for 3 characters in the entire movie. There's no motivation for Killer Croc. There's no motivation for Captain Kangaroo.
I'm just going to continue saying Captain Boomerang. Whatever. That sounds kind of pathetic when you think about it. When you think about it in your head. But what I do like about the character is like he is obsessed with like those pink unicorns. That actually goes kind of funny.
It was just his pink unicorn.
It was just Quark, but
yeah, Quirky.
Quirks.
Replacing replacing character traits since M. Night Shyamalan movies. What was it? What movie was it that was said?
Happening?
I think that was it, yeah.
Happening.
With Mel Gibson?
Signs.
Oh, that's Signs. Okay, maybe it wasn't Signs. Course. Replacing character development since this movie. But not this one, Signs.
Nostalgia critic. Alright. So, considering that's the fact that they just immediately like just set everything up, it's also interesting for how the cameos came by, like with Ben Affleck and the guy who plays the Flash, which by the way they actually do introduce the Flash immediately with his suit.
Yeah.
I hate the suit.
I don't mind the suit. I hate the way his powers are shown. Like, you know, in the Flash TV series, when he moved really quickly, was there like lightning around it?
I don't.
Or was that something they're adding just for these movies?
I haven't really watched the Flash series, but I have seen like a lot of like advertisement for that. But I didn't really.
I'm probably gonna have to watch it to find out. But the way his powers work look really stupid.
It's really weird, and
the suit looks completely different than it did in the opener for Man of Steel when he was first shown in Man of Steel. Because you were right, it was the Flash. To me, he looked like he was a black guy because like the weird lighting and the red mask that was over most of his face made him look like just a dark-skinned person when I saw it in the theater. So I'm like, is that Cyborg? What the fuck is up with Cyborg? Why is he red now?
By the way, it's actually pretty cool. Cyborg actually he looked intimidating in its own way.
Yeah, when did we see Cyborg? Like actual Cyborg? We saw him like as a torso and an arm.
Yeah, as a torso and an arm, just to introduce the fact that he was like turning into Cyborg or something like that.
But then it's because his dad was trying to save him and he used alien technology to do it. But I don't think I actually is there been a trailer for Cyborg?
I don't. No. There hasn't. But there's been a trailer to Justice League itself, and you actually see what Cyborg looks like. So you actually can see what Cyborg looks like. He looks almost exactly like this. His suit, his figure looks exactly like the one that was Flash. And you know what? Ever since the movie RoboCop came out, a lot of these suits, like any movie that involves like super suits, would have to be like with robotic suits, robotic suits.
Well, Cyborg is literally Black RoboCop.
But the worst thing of all is that like a lot of movies are doing it, and even the Power Rangers are doing it. Have you realized that? Like the new Power Ranger suit has actually been not leaked, but shown to everyone in the public, and they look exactly like just elaborate RoboCop with distinct colors.
They're trying to make another one of those movies. You know they're gonna have to try and make it seem appealing to everyone. So
yeah, I know. We don't have to worry about spandex all the time, but but it's kind of odd that if every movie's gonna have to do it, then why does it have to be the Flash too? Have you seen Deadpool? That suit is good, and the Flash TV show is great.
Yeah,
I love that suit. So why not? Why robotic? Why does it have to be like that?
Because they don't trust people. I don't know. Back on Suicide Squad.
Anyways, we see the Flash for a brief second, and then he's gone, and then we see Batman a couple of times because he apparently captures...
When he captures Harley Quinn, that whole sequence of Harley Quinn and the Joker, you want to know what that would have made? A good Batman movie!
Yeah, it would have been a good Batman movie.
Why didn't you just do that first? That's what ticks me off. It's like, I want to see all these characters in a movie on their own.
But not too soon.
Yeah, it's like, I want to see them in their own individual movies first. What would have been really cool, and this is what they should be doing, they should have done Dawn of Justice after Wonder Woman, a first Batman movie, and then all the other superhero... Actually, no, Dawn of Justice could have been in the middle of that, considering Superman's death. It's like, keeping the movies as they are, it's like, yeah, Superman's death should be in the Justice League movie if you're going to earn it. But
yeah, like, Wonder Woman could have actually been a good standalone film first, before Dawn of Justice, because we can actually introduce something into Wonder Woman at the same time.
If I were to choose the timeline for these movies, it would have been Batman...
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel
started it. Then Batman,
Wonder Woman, and then Dawn of Justice, and then it goes to Flash,
and then
Aquaman.
I guess like Flash and Aquaman can be introduced into like the Justice League.
Aquaman can, but the problem is it depends on the version of Aquaman they're doing. Like in the original Justice League cartoon, first of all, Aquaman was cool. He lost a hand trying to save his child. Awesome! That's how you make Aquaman cool. But other than that, it's like, they introduced most of the characters, like, other than the main cast of all of them and Hawkgirl, which I don't think she's going to be in this. I don't think we're going to see a Hawkgirl. We will. It probably will be stupid cameo in Justice League, but...
Well, we don't know.
Let's say, back on this list, so it's like, Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and who else was it? It's... Because we got Superman, Batman... Oh yeah, then Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, they're intending to make a new standalone Green Lantern film, but of course
it's gonna be the Black Green Lantern.
Yeah,
my favorite.
It's a great Green Lantern.
John Jones, I think, is that one's name.
I think so. All I know is that it's
Green
Lantern.
I'm pretty sure it's John Jones.
And I think they're just trying to like vamp it towards like the original cartoon series, which I love.
Yeah, which I think is a good idea. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's.
I've been rewatching some. I saw the one with World War II. And Wonder Woman getting like more of her main thing.
That's World War I, actually.
That was World War II because it was the Nazis.
I'm pretty sure that one.
In the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon. I thought you were talking about the new movie.
Yeah, the movie's in World War. Why is it in World War I?
I don't know. I guess
her love interests were in World War II.
Yeah, they just showed it.
Lame.
It wouldn't matter. It actually might be an interesting introduction. Like a lot of people are excited, and also I think. But DC is like kind of like
and then after the Green Lantern, then we get Justice League. No, actually no. Before that, we get Suicide Squad and then Justice League.
Yeah.
That's the order it should have been in. That's the order it should be in.
I mean, they're trying to split Justice League into two movies, and both are directed by Zack Snyder again.
Fuck you, Zack.
But you can't always blame Zack because he's done pretty good work. Of course, but you gotta also blame the writers too.
Zack Snyder approved it, so that's part of the problem.
Well, the producer. Well, yeah, he's the producer. Whatever. So yeah, next up, now that we are introduced to the characters, now that a villain is introduced, and now that this happened, that happened.
The plan to make a machine to kill all of humanity is introduced.
The villains now suit up and prepare to go against the bad guys. The bad guys.
Yeah. And the good organization of America isn't even that good. They tortured Harley Quinn. It's like, yeah, they did a good job of making them, like, not the righteous good guys that you'd expect them to be. They're kind of assholes.
Oh, and don't forget one character that I feel so upset they just blew off. Jared Leto's Joker.
He's barely in the movie.
He has
he didn't even get a chance to do the big Joker laugh. That's the point of every Joker is when he gets that one big laugh.
And by the way, people are just like hoping that this Joker can be as good as Heath Ledger's Joker.
And he's kind of doing a Heath Ledger impression anyway.
Yeah, he's actually trying to do a Heath Ledger impression, but of course in a new style and a new like figure. But unfortunately, in my opinion, it's not the bad Joker.
It's just that we haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah, it's because I didn't see enough of him.
He's more like the first generation. Hang on, would you say he's like more like the first generation Joker? No, hang on. He's more like the modern era Joker, where he's more interested in money instead of just murdering people.
Yeah, he's not really like as chaotic as like Heath Ledger.
Yeah, there's three different iterations of the Joker. There is the Golden Age, which is the
Cesar Romero.
I think No. He's
the television show, or
no. That's more of the second generation one, where he's just a prankster essentially. Is the second one. The first one is a crazy serial killer who just wants to spread chaos and destroy shit like Heath Ledger. The second generation is more concerned with just pranking Batman and getting out-pranked back, which is what the old television show was. And then you get people like Mark Hamill's Joker and Heath Ledger's, which are more like the modern era of the Joker. Actually, no, hang on. The modern era, not Heath Ledger, Nicholson's Joker.
Yeah.
Nicholson's Joker is, yes, kind of silly, but he's also intimidating and
stood on his own.
And he's more concerned with money.
Of course, Jack Nicholson just like was born to play the Joker, so yeah.
So those are the three iterations of the Joker, and people, I saw a film theory on this, what iteration of the Joker is Jared Leto. I think he is in Ledger's category, the modern. No, hang on, the first generation Joker, an insane serial killer.
Yeah, like although as much as we've seen the Joker in the trailers, like they try to make us feel like we're gonna focus on him. There's barely anything in him.
Yeah,
and the sad
they don't even tell us who the villain is, and we all assume Joker's gonna be the bad guy. He's not. He's just sort of there.
He's just there to be there. He just wants to save Harley Quinn just from like being like this figure in this team that she never wanted to be in.
Which is also kind of weird because in the cartoon, the Joker didn't love Harley Quinn. She was just a means to an end for him.
Yeah, but like he was just on the side. But now they just love each other.
Yeah,
like, so much.
That's I'm not totally against it. I mean, strangely enough, they're kind of cute together.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. They actually had a really interesting chemistry.
Batsy, Batsy, Batsy.
It was so interesting. I loved it, and of course, Margaret.
You're
Robbie
damn bad. You're ruining date night.
I loved
that was
it.
so good.
Margaret Robbie and Jared Leto's Joker actually are great chemistry, so that's why
Harley Quinn was the highlight of the entire movie. She is a joy to watch. She's so full of ham. I feel like you could make enough sandwiches to feed the entire world 3 times over.
There are a few things.
So much ham.
There are a few things that you can say that are downside, like her accent could have been a bit more.
Yeah, they could have gone more towards that New York Queens accent like they had during the chase.
How about Brooklyn?
It's more like Queens.
Queens?
Yeah, it's
Queens
more like Queens.
Okay, I guess Queens.
I did like where they pretty much ripped the actual
Oh yeah, the costume.
Yeah, they ripped
the costume.
The first time we see Harley Quinn and the Joker together is when they're in the kind of original costumes from the cartoon. And it looks so weird. It's like what's weird is like when you see her pull it out of the trunk when she's suiting up out of the prison stuff. It's a lot tighter than it does in the. It looks a lot tighter than it does in the original because. In the actual shot, it's like really loose, and the hat looks so fucking weird.
It looks so stupid, but it looks so stupid.
I loved it. It was so dumb.
It was so dumb and so silly, but
it's thankfully only there for a minute.
It fit in the scenario.
It's thankfully only there for a minute, so it's not silly.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
The rest of the time, she's just giving this guy a boner.
I didn't say that. I said she was hot.
Yeah, he's staring at her cleavage most of the time, so whatever. And it's like
I never said I wanted to get a boner, but
you probably did.
I know I did not actually. I actually was like, that's interesting.
Did you even? Why did you even acknowledge and deny that? Aside from the over-sexualization of Harley Quinn,
they did that in the games, but it was
and the TV show a little bit,
but then
here we don't see what she was wearing underneath all of that pudding. Anyways, let's move on to Deadshot.
Deadshot is the absolute best character.
Second best character. He's the best male character in the film.
Well, yeah, best male character, but second best character, seconding Harley Quinn.
Yeah, he has the most motivation and a really good character story. It's like how good he is at marksmanship is insane. It's cool to watch. He put holes in metal targets for hitting the same spot over and over and over and over again. It was really cool to watch.
It was amazing. And of course, Will Smith playing the character just...
He did a real good job. I'm sure comic book nerds would be like, he's only in the movie because they wanted to make it racially diverse, but who gives a fuck?
I honestly really wish that,
I'm pretty sure Killer Croc was probably white in the original too, but guess what?
The black guy plays Killer Croc, so...
Would you call that blackwashing? You racists? I'm kidding, anyway.
Deadshot, yes, of course, has the most motivation.
He wants to just be with his daughter, and that's why he does all the stuff he does. He just wants to get enough money to be set up with his daughter, and get her away from her quack wife, her crack addicted mother. We're pretty sure she's probably on crack. His wife, like she's a druggie, probably. Deadshot's ex-wife. Deadshot's ex-wife is probably
really
like some sort of druggie.
That's a really interesting theory. All I know is that he has an ex-wife.
Yeah,
we don't have
a deadbeat ex-wife. Because
to make an assumption.
No, we're not making an assumption. His daughter literally says, "I'm starting to learn how to cook. I can make pancakes for mommy." She's literally saying like, "Oh, I'm having to basically take care of my mother now," because her mother's a deadbeat.
I guess so. Okay, well that I can agree. Okay.
Duh. So the mother is a deadbeat, and
all right, you win. You win. Shut up.
Well, you just glossed over that. You know you did.
No.
But Will Smith's whole deal is like, especially the way he's trying to wheel a deal to like set his daughter up, where he's making his demands to be a part of Suicide Squad. I thought was really funny. It's like I want you to set my daughter up with like in an Ivy League school, it's like if her grades start to slip, white people that shit.
White people that shit. And then he's like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you. That black.
No. That's not what he said. He was like, Oh, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your boss. You made it racial.
I actually meant to say that I'm talking to you, and then they just focus on the black woman, the leader.
What was her name? I
forgot what was her name, but it's like, wow.
She's a cold-hearted bitch. There's no other way to put it. She's a cold-hearted bitch. She
yeah.
shot a whole room full of her own comrades just to, basically no witnesses, and the whole idea of no witnesses.
It was stupid.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to let the data leak into the bad guy's hands the way it did, and then it still did anyway because she got shot down and blah 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 blah.
They even like acknowledge the idea of like we're the patsies, we're like some sort of Suicide Squad. We're gonna be blamed for this whole event anyways. So I mean like they're pushing. Okay, there's so many things that they're trying to like force down this movie. Like first, they just want to acknowledge that these guys are the bad guys. They're the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Then next, they just want to make sure they look like they're the good guys, because of course they're the protagonists of the film.
Well,
and then again,
they're
they
still,
acknowledge...
No. They're not really the good guys. They are all anti-heroes. They're doing this for their own selfish desire, which is to get out of jail faster.
And then the next thing, they end up pushing the idea of them getting blamed, even though...
But that's the whole point of the Suicide Squad. Is like, if somehow they all go rogue and none of them end up getting killed, they get blamed for it and have more years tacked on their prison sentence. If they succeed, then the woman takes the credit for the entire thing. So they're completely out of the loop and they get the reward of some years taken off their prison sentences. But if they fail and die, who cares? They're bad guys.
No, if they fail, they just die.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, and that's the point. They're bad guys, and that's why they send them on these suicide missions, because they're a squad meant to die.
I know, but it's just like, I mean, they're like trying to force down so many themes, like just...
But that's how it was in the comics.
I mean, we're not focusing on the comics, bro. I'm focusing on it as the film itself. I don't focus on the comics. It's missing some... Yeah, that's the way it's in the comics, and that is completely...
Spot on.
Like, spot on, but in the film, it's missing so many things that actually loses its credibility towards the comics. And it makes it look like it's not sure like what theme they want to focus on. So because of that, it's lost in its own story.
I think the movie was focused on its
well enough, but it's just too focused on the characters rather than the theme itself.
But that's sort of what it's supposed to be of the characters, because we don't know any of these characters because they didn't give them movies.
That's the biggest downside, because they don't have their own standalone film, if not their own movie, like as the villains themselves. We don't feel like they're villains. We just feel like they're these people who are here to save our lives,
and they're still cool.
Yeah, they're cool. I love them. I love Harley Quinn. I like Killer Croc.
I like Diablo.
Jai Courtney's character, the Captain Boomerang, yeah, it's okay. Deadshot, great. Yeah, Diablo, awesome.
It's like the whole backstory behind him is he doesn't want to fight anyone anymore because he killed his wife and kids in a rage. Because he was like a gangbanger and with superpowers, which I kind of like the idea of. That makes sense.
Pretty cool.
Why he ever needed to have guns in his house, I don't know. He shoots fire from his hands.
But overall...
It's like that. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to hurt anybody anymore. And then Will Smith kind of talks him into it through some angry rage, and it's really cool. And then for some reason, I hate that they kill him off, because he was the second best character. He gets his redemption. It's just like...
He gets his redemption, saves these guys from actually going against the giant brother, and then they kill him off.
Yeah.
Like that. And I felt like, oh my god, you just killed off one of the best characters in the movie.
Fuck you.
Really? No. That's a great character. But,
how dare you?
To be fair, although that happened, his story arc was kind of complete. So...
Sorta. It was kind of rushed complete.
Yeah, it was really rushed. But still, although that's the case,
let's get back on the plot. So it's like, the commander lady gets captured, and they start getting intelligence on how to blow up the world. For some reason, they don't just blow up the world. And then, of course, they go in to go and get her and all that, so they formulate a plan to
also, the Joker,
kill the brother. And, the Joker dies.
No, wait. Let's just focus on the idea that the Joker, now that he's, of course, they're in love, like Harley Quinn and the Joker are in love, he is trying to find Harley Quinn to get her back and of course, they've been looking all over the place. And now
they knew exactly
they're tracking them down, and now they know where they're going. So the whole idea is getting the Joker to Harley Quinn, and
it's not the whole idea. It's like a subplot.
Yeah, it's a subplot. And the squad just save The leader. I forgot her name.
I forgot her name completely.
She's pretty cool, but I can't believe I forgot her name.
Yeah, she was a total bitch though.
Yeah. But okay,
she's not supposed to be the good
guy. They save her. They save the leader. And then the Joker arrives to save Harley Quinn, and then they like come up with a lot of like sub issues into the situation, and then they shoot down Joker's chopper. Harley Quinn survives, and then they played the idea that the Joker died in the crash.
We'll get to that in a second, but the whole thing was actually really kind of fun to watch, if you ask me. Just like, even when, it's like, when she's acting sad, as crazy as she is, you feel bad for her, because she thinks he's dead. She's not us.
And
she thinks he's dead, and she's legitimately devastated. She takes off the little collar that says pudding on it. And just, like,
it actually was legitimately interesting, and it played it off well.
It's like, even when, it's like, you'd expect someone as crazy as Harley Quinn to be able to cover up that she's sad when everybody else finds her.
And they actually...
it makes it look like they believe her that she's, you know, not sad. I don't think that it is, but they, for the most part, believe that she's not sad except for Will Smith.
Yeah.
And we get to see, like, the whole backstory of, like, I don't understand why they had to make them so in love. It's like, it's deep in love. It's weird to me. Granted, Harley Quinn did fall head over heels for him, but I don't remember the Joker falling head over heels for her.
Actually, you know how he just like jumped, threw her into that vat?
Yeah, he threw her into the same vat that made him the Joker, and for some reason she didn't come out. Neither of them came out horribly scarred, which was sort of the point of the Joker in every single version.
All I know
as soon as he sees his horrible scars, he's turned crazy.
And then all of a sudden, like after she throws herself, then he throws himself into the vat, and the bar saves it. And it shows how much they're in love, and like pushes the idea that they're in love. They're in love, and that was.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay, they played it off well, but and then
once they do that, they start going back to get the to find the leader again. It's
the
for some reason they they already got the heart back to her anyway once they
okay.
They caught the leader.
Another subplot is that like the heart that controls the Enchantress was stolen and now brought back to the Enchantress herself.
And for some reason, after the guy just makes it so she can't be killed by stabbing the heart.
And
I don't understand how that makes sense. No, I don't understand how that makes sense. Like, she's still without her heart. So that woman still has control over her if she stabs it over and over again. I don't get how that makes sense.
I have no idea, but all I know is that
that's something I don't understand. Just gloss over that. It's just like, brother, I'm dying. Well, no, you're not.
Rick Flag's character, by the way, we forgot to mention Rick Flag. We're always disorganized on this.
It doesn't really.
But Rick Flag's character.
Rick Flag is the name of the character.
Rick Flag's character. Rick Flag. This character, he of course
is dating the Enchantress when she's not the Enchantress.
Dr. June.
Yeah, June Moon. Dr. Moon.
Whatever it was.
Her name was June Moon. For some reason, DC's trying to be Marvel with their rhyming names.
And but he is in love with the girl possessed by the Enchantress, and but he wants her out, and now, but of course the situation is that he wants her back after she escapes and the Enchantress takes over the body completely.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the heart is stolen, and
it gets rejoined, and then they start apparently continuing to do the thing they were doing anyway. Don't understand why.
Yeah, like they just like looped this situation over and over.
Yeah, and it's like they reiterate that he's like sleeping with her, and it's like, we already know this. I don't care if they don't know it. You don't have to say it completely again.
And then
you're acting like we don't know what happened. It's like it shows her betrayal. Like it's like we know that happened. You just didn't show it.
And then
why are you showing it now? You're just padding the runtime.
So after all that happens, the bar sequence, which is one of the funniest things in the trailers,
they got rid of the
best.
Yeah, they got rid of the opening of the bar scene where Harley Quinn's serving them drinks.
Here's another issue with the movie. They cut out so many scenes. There's so many scenes in the trailer that do not appear in the movie. And the scenes that we liked in the trailers do not appear in the movie. And
even in the credits.
And it sucks. There's scenes like there's a scene where the Joker does something with grenades or something like that, but they just don't show it, like how he has a scar or something.
Yeah.
There's a bar sequence where they serve their drinks and then they talk about something.
Yeah, and all the drinks are kind of ironic to their own names.
Yeah, so,
like Deadshot just got a shot.
And then the Croc got just basic beer, and then
yeah,
Diablo is like, water. He's like, that's a good idea, honey.
That's a good choice, honey.
So, considering that's fact, there's a lot of things let out of the movie that I felt like was missing.
And which, since this movie's so hell-bent on padding the runtime, they just don't decide to keep that in and pad the runtime.
So, past the bar scene,
they start to infiltrate the home base of the bad guys.
Which
to
was,
try
I think
and
it was
something.
a subway, and apparently there's a bomb that they set up.
Yeah, it was the top of the subway station.
Yeah, there was a bomb they set up, and then it was like lost somewhere, and now it's underwater, like in the subway
Clint Eastwood's son goes to get it.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's son is in this, Scott Eastwood, and they went after to get it. Croc goes under to see if they can get it too. The Scott Eastwood sacrifices himself
To blow up the bomb when Diablo goes full demon, which I didn't realize he was actually a demon.
And that was actually really cool. And
yeah.
also, and the brother, and the Enchantress's brother.
Diablo and Enchantress's brother have a really cool fight sequence.
And then Diablo sacrifices himself, and then they kill.
Like needlessly sacrifices himself.
And they kill the brother.
I'm not sure how an explosion kills him when a sword that steals the enemy's soul doesn't kill him.
And like literally, like the sword just chopped off his hand, and then
he regenerates it because.
But then when a bomb blows him up,
that kills him.
It just kills him.
Okay, weird.
So.
Oh yeah, but before that, let's talk about the Enchantress showing everybody what they wanted the most, because that.
Oh yeah. That's an interesting scene. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
the Enchantress was trying to build an army and try to build a machine that can actually destroy
all of humanity for some reason.
But then she needs to grow her army so then she can still rule.
And she tries to convince the rest of the Suicide Squad once they get up to her to join her because she can give them exactly what they want. For some reason, Deadshot wanted to kill Batman. I don't know why.
I'm not sure why, but all I know is that. But they just
Harley Quinn's sequence was the second best out of all.
Yeah,
because we got to see Jared Leto as the Joker without the makeup or anything, and they had two kids.
They had two kids.
Oh, and I love how the line came back. It's like, honey, normal's the setting on the washing machine. We're not normal. And she sets the washing machine to normal. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. And it's like the Joker with a wife and two kids. It's
and then there's El Diablo. There's El Diablo with his kids and his wife's still alive. And they're still together.
And then he rejects his greatest fantasy of all, and like
because he knows it's not real. It's not going to happen. It's already over and it's already in the past.
And he's going to move on. That was a good thing.
Yeah, that was a really good thing.
Because he actually accepts his past and move on instead of just like hiding. Like the way he did is like he hid from his past by not using his power at all, which I think was a neat little thing.
It was an amazing sequence. I like
and so now we're back to the point where the brother's dead, and now
Diablo's killed,
and now the Enchantress is gonna fight everybody in mist. It's like just this massive amount of rain and mist that we can't see anything in.
It's hard to see the battle, but then eventually Harley Quinn goes up to her and just pretend to submit.
That's like the first thing that happened was like in the middle of all this fighting, the Enchantress just like stops, takes away all their weapons.
It's like last chance.
It's like, join me or die!
Harley Quinn just pretends to say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join her. And then it's like, make sure that you give me what I want. It's like,
use this katana sword to...
And then use that woman's katana.
I just call her katana.
Yeah, that woman's katana.
I just call her katana. She uses katana's sword to slice open her heart.
And then they
slice open her chest, take the heart. And then Enchantress
just returns to her normal
state of just being possessed in the body, and then...
So
Flag ends up crushing the heart and killing Enchantress, which, as they said, should kill the Moon, but she's not dead, she's alive.
Yeah, she's
Cop out! What? You're so interested in killing one of the most likable characters, yet you just leave one of the characters that only got, a total of 2 minutes of screen time alive, you just keep her alive?
Just like saying, oh my god, this person needs to survive. Like, that's a happy ending. That's a happy ending.
They're a happy ending, yay!
And then here's an interesting thing, that after the mission succeeds, they ensure their rewards. And
even some extra demands. Harley Quinn asks for an espresso machine and an espresso machine. Deadshot asked for some visitation with his daughter, which I thought was really sweet. Especially when they were talking about angles and parabolas. It's just like... and then he's trying to explain it without murder and shit, because that's what you expect, and then she starts like, so if you're in this building, and you're trying to shoot somebody on the street, you need to know the angle of the building to the street, and he's like, yeah, kind of. And they just start talking about sniping ballistics and all that, and I'm like, oh, this is funny.
That was actually pretty funny. And of course, Killer Croc
got his BET. Yeah, he got a TV with BET, which I thought was really... Though a tad racist, was funny as shit. It's like, of course the black guy wants BET. Will Smith starts getting letters from his daughter, which I thought was really, really sweet.
But then in the ending, they end up pulling the rug out of us. Of course.
Yeah, Harley Quinn gets rescued by the Joker.
And of course the movie ends right there.
Oh yeah.
And then the mid-credit sequence. Huh?
I thought that was the mid-credit sequence. Harley Quinn getting saved.
No. Then the mid-credit sequence.
Then we have
where Batman requests for the files for
the Justice League.
The Justice League for Aquaman and Flash.
For some reason, the Enchantress was in there too.
So
I guess that was just like the list of metahumans.
I guess so, but all I know is that now that he knows, now he's just going to go after the Justice League. The movie ends right there. And okay, overall verdict,
if you're a big comic book fan, go see it.
You will definitely like this movie.
Yeah, but it's do not really care. It's like playing Kingdom Hearts. Don't care about the story. Just watch the action and enjoy the ride. And Ricky actually doesn't like this movie, which is what
no. In a critic standpoint,
it's not a very good movie.
It's not a very good movie.
It's not a 27% though.
Yeah, it's definitely not 20%.
I hate giving scores. We are saying a lot of positive things about the movie, and a lot of negative things. I would give it like a 58. It's not hang on, like a 63 is what I'd give it, because it's like
63 around for you.
Yeah,
for me,
because it's like it's not a good movie, but it's also not bad. It's not.
It's a popcorn flick.
Yeah, it's just a flick.
It's like Independence Day. It's like Independence Day.
Or Top Gun.
Yeah, it's a popcorn flick. It's pure entertainment.
Or Mission Impossible 2.
But for me, of course, in a critic standpoint, in a serious notes, unfortunately,
it's not a very good movie.
It's not a very good
It's not very good put together in story. The choreography...
The choreography is kind of off, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, the pacing's off, the story's off. All the critical elements are kind of not good except for the cinematography and the style of the movie. And there were a couple of really bad CGI puppet sequences. Like, I remember seeing a stock debris effect when the Joker's chopper went down. And when Harley Quinn first jumped onto the rope, it reminded me of Catwoman.
So, I like, of course, the characters are lovable, and it's very memorable in many ways.
Yeah,
of course,
like especially Harley Quinn. So every line she says is gold.
So since I hate to give it a rating, but I'm just gonna have to say, for him, he says 60. I'm gonna have to say 40. But on a audience standpoint, in terms of entertainment, I will definitely say watch it. It's awesome. It's great.
Go watch it.
It's an interesting flick. You will definitely like this in many ways. I liked it, and I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm not sure if it's like the most amazing DC flick ever, but it is definitely the best of all.
I can say one thing for certain. This movie, if there's anything it's done, it's gotten expectations up for a Batman movie.
Yeah, it's got an expectation.
Because it's like that whole sequence of introducing Harley Quinn and like all the flashbacks with the Joker. It's like that's setting up for a good Batman movie, and I want to see that as a Batman movie. If you fuck it up, I'm going to kill all of you.
It's gonna happen. This is the best DC Extended Universe movie. I definitely say watch it. It's great. It's fun. It's pure entertainment. Pure.
Yeah, it's just a pure entertaining flick.
So, yeah. There you go. Suicide Squad!